Hello children, welcome to English time. I am teacher Anna and I'm going to be your teacher of English Primary 4 on this radio program. This program is produced by Rwanda Education Board in partnership with World Vision Rwanda. Remember to wash your hands with water and soap or sanitize to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Dear parents, guardians, and older siblings at home, I urge you to help the primary fours get ready for today's lesson. Children, are you ready? Good. Let us begin our today's lesson. But before we start, let us remind ourselves about what we learned last time. Last time, we learned about weather in past tense. Do you all remember that? Good. In our last lesson, we described weather in past tense, and here are some of the statements we made to describe weather in past tense. We said weather is the day-to-day condition of a place for a short period of time. And we described it as 1. What was the weather yesterday? And our answers, we said weather was cloudy yesterday. Good. Let us continue to remind ourselves, and we also looked at the seasons that we have here in Rwanda. We said there is a dry season and a wet season. And we went ahead and looked at the months where we experience dry season and months where we have wet season. In August, the weather is dry. And when the weather is dry, we water our crops. Okay, can we state it very well now in past tense? In August, the weather is dry. We watered the crops. Good. Yesterday, the weather was cloudy. The clouds covered the sky. Last week, the weather was dry. We dried our crops under the sun. Last season, the weather was rainy. We received a lot of rain. Good. Now, children, before we begin on today's lesson, I want you to stand up. Let us stand up. We have reminded ourselves about the previous lesson, and today we have another new lesson. Can we all stand up? Okay, today we are going to begin with a song. And our song is not new to us. We have sung it before, so we know it. Are you ready, children? Good. The song goes, rain, rain, go away, come back another day, little children want to play. Can we now sing it together? Very good. Okay, let's go. Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. Little children want to play. Wonderful. Thank you, children. You can sit down.
Come along and play with us.
Today, we are going to learn about weather in Rwanda. We are going to continue with our weather, but talking about Rwanda in particular. I hope everyone is seated next to your radios, and please tune it up so that you can hear me correctly and loudly and clearly. Good. Get your books, get your pens, and don't forget to sit next to your radio and listen. Let us begin. Weather in Rwanda. The weather of Rwanda comprises of 4 seasons. We have 2 wet seasons and 2 dry seasons. Children, the first wet season is short. It happens for a short time. It lasts from October to November. It lasts from October to November. Are you hearing me well? Good. The second wet season is the main wet season because it takes a longer time. It lasts from the middle of March up to the end of May. It is longer than the first wet season. Good. During these seasons, it is rainy and very cold. It is rainy and very cold. In these wet seasons, that is where farmers plant their crops. That is where farmers plant their crops because the land is soft and moist. During that season, it is very easy to cultivate. It is very easy to cultivate. Now, the third season is the first dry season. This first dry season lasts from December up to mid-March. Lasts from December up to mid-March. And the last or the fourth last season is the second dry season. This second dry season lasts from June up to the end of August. And during the dry seasons, it is mostly sunny and partly cloudy. The land is too dry and places are dusty. So farmers cannot plant any new crops because the land is too dry. On an average, the hottest month is August. The hottest month is August. Then we have the coolest months. These are May, and April is the wettest month and July is the driest month. The hottest month is August, the coolest month is May, and April is the wettest month. July is the driest month. Children, have you taken that into consideration? Have you ever experienced such seasons? Good. I know you have. Now, children, like I promised you, we are going to answer very simple questions about the description of weather in our country, Rwanda. I said we have the 4 seasons, 2 wet seasons and 2 dry seasons. Now, I will ask you questions and you are going to answer them in your books. Please write them down and you are going to answer them in your books. Number 1. Which month is the hottest? Which month is the hottest? Number 2. Which month is the coolest? Number 3. What do farmers do during wet season? What do farmers do during wet season? Number 4. Which months are dry and dusty? Which months are dry and dusty? And lastly, number 5, the weather of Rwanda has dash seasons. The weather of Rwanda has dash seasons. Where I have put a dash, you will put the number of seasons that we have in Rwanda. Wow! Good job, children. Now, children, let us see if we have got our answers correct. For number 1, question 1, I asked which month is the hottest? And our answer is August is the hottest month. Who has written that? Good. Clap for yourself. Number 2, the question I asked was, which month is the coolest? May is the coolest month. Good. Number 3, what do farmers do during wet season? During wet season, farmers plant their crops. And number 4, which months are dusty and dry? The months that are dusty and dry are June, July, and August. Number 5, how many seasons do we have in Rwanda? We have 4 seasons in Rwanda. Good. Well done, children. If you have tried to answer the questions, clap for yourselves. Now, children, get your book where you have done the work, show it to your parent, or a guardian near you or your bigger brother or sister to check if you have got the work correctly. And if the work is not correct, please try and do corrections. Good. Thank you, children. Now, be ready to write homework after this short break.
Come along and play with us.
Welcome back, children. Now, get ready to write the homework. Number 1, you are going to write this heading and put a line. You underline it. Complete these questions. Complete these questions and underline it. And listen attentively. Where I put a dash, that's where you're going to write your answer. Rwanda has dash seasons. Rwanda has dash seasons. These are dash. The first wet season is from dash up to dash. The second wet season is from dash up to dash. Number 2, write the heading and underline it. Answer the following questions according to the story. We all remember the story teacher has told you about the weather of Rwanda. Number 1, which month is the hottest? Number 2, which month is the coolest? Number 3, what do farmers do during wet season? And number 3, which months are dry and dusty? Children, you are going to answer those 3 questions in your homework, and we shall go through it in our next lesson. Now, children, before we conclude our lesson of today, let us remind ourselves what we have looked at. We have looked at seasons in Rwanda. We've looked at seasons in Rwanda, and we have also done an exercise about weather in Rwanda. Please remember to do your homework, and I will help you to correct it next time. Remember, our country is experiencing the coronavirus outbreak. Therefore, stay home, wash your hands with clean water and soap, or sanitize to prevent the spread of coronavirus. I have been Teacher Anna. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time. Goodbye, 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 teacher.